watching The Buzz with Jess Lujan.
Good evening, Guam. I'm Jess Lujan. Welcome to this edition of The Buzz. Tonight, very exciting show. I have Republican Senator Frank Blas Jr. and also candidate Blas to the delegate's position. Hey, good evening.
Good evening, Jess. How you doing, Senator?
Hey, real good. I see more gray hair now.
You know what? This could be you. Don't go there with me. Don't go there with me.
you can have it. Anyway, I don't envy you at this point. But anyway, hey, how's the election going? You know, I almost laughed when as a matter of fact, when I called you up, I said, Mr. Unethical, how are you doing tonight?
You know, first off, you know, thanks for having me on the show. But the campaign is going along really, really well. I'm very encouraged. I want to thank many of the people who have committed and have said that not only they support, but their friends and their families, you know, commit to support. And so, you know, it's a great campaign to run. I'm you know, meeting a lot of you know how this works. I meet a lot of new people, a lot of old friends. You know, rekindle again. You know, a lot of relationships. Yeah, and with regards to the
ethics complaint,
I guess the ethics complaint. Yeah, first off, I had all the confidence with regards to that I did nothing wrong, and that you know, the body would see the wisdom in dismissing the complaint so that we can move forward.
You know, and I think you were put in a no-win situation, and that's if you had not spoken up, you would also be unethical in the sense that you also did not go out of your way to put someone on the ballot.
And that was the true intent is you know, to help an individual or group of individuals, mind you. You know, I mean, this is not the law that was passed, the bill that was heard, was decided on, was not just for this election, but you know, future elections. You know, albeit unless the election laws are changed. That said, though, I think that, you know, one of the things that we need to look at is the fundamental principle of allowing individuals to participate in the democratic process. And that's what my campaign is for, is getting individuals, giving people the opportunity not just to have a voice in the conversation and the discussions, but also I think that it's time that we've matured enough as an island and as a people that in our relationship with our nation, that we be given that opportunity not just to have a discussion, but be able to decide as a result of the discussion.
Now, when I was reading the veto bill, and please correct me if I'm wrong, the vetoed bill of the election reform. Now, if that would have been overwritten, I think Mr. Diaz would have been back to square.
It's the provision that was passed by the body was a provision that was contained in 413.
413.
Okay, so had that been the case, you know, somebody else would have been complained about. You know, but again, going back to this campaign, my campaign is run on giving people, everybody, the opportunity to have a voice and to in the process, not just to decide who our leaders are, but in helping to decide on where we're going, you know, on our island, with our future. And in my campaign, of course, it's focused on our ability to be able to participate in that process. The democratic process, the process that we know that is a part of a free society, a democratic society of which we are, that we want to participate and be a part of the decisions, you know, for our people. You know.
Now, would you be again participating in a group forum or a debate amongst Democrat? I guess it's one Democrat and an independent prior to the primary. I mean, you're the only Republican candidate and highly likely to be the nominee of the Republican Party, and so you will debate, I guess, the winner of the Democratic Party, and if polls are correct at this point, looks like the incumbent has got the upper hand. So you will face off in a debate. I guess that was agreed to already, right?
First off, I don't fear a debate.
Okay.
Just as a matter of fact, last time I was here on your show, I said,
let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's bring on the debate. And granted, at the time that we had that, I don't think there was that second individual within that party that was there.
Yeah, we had, at that point proceeding, and the fact, as a matter of fact, you said I'm thinking highly of participating and wanting to again up my duties to go to Congress, and at that time again it was just the incumbent that wanted to seek that renomination from the party. So there was an agreement, and it was right here when we said, okay, the two of you, no staff, just the two of you.
No staff, no script.
No staff, no script. There we go.
But you know, and so that said, it is again, I stand by that word. You know, debate has a negative connotation, but I think debate is healthy.
It is
in this process, because then you hear the discussions and you hear how individuals want to represent you and what those issues are, and you know what I believe in my case with regards to current representation, how we're not being represented, you know, and the voice that we need, and my vision and what I would like to be able to do once elected as Guam's representative to Congress. So when it comes to debating an individual, an opponent on this thing, I gladly accept it.
Now let's get back to issues that have been close and near and dear to your heart, Senator. Is of course the compact impact reimbursement to the government of Guam. Likewise, again what is it? The compact impact and also war reparations. Okay. Now going back to that, you've been very diligent in your pursuit of that. Recently, I guess it was a couple weeks ago, there was an annual report that needed to be submitted by the territories in the impact of the compact. And I know you had written to the Department of Interior, only for them to write back, says, Senator, what are you talking about? You guys never sent me the response and the studies or the findings. And you were flabbergasted as well. You were, oh man, what did I do? You know, okay, we did. You called the governor's office. The governor's office responded. They did receive it. I mean, they did send it out and all that, only to find out, I guess, a couple weeks later that,
oops, it's there.
Oops, it's there.
Right. Yeah. You know, and you know, just first off, I want to say this first. I believe that everybody who calls Guam home, it will benefit from eventually the reimbursements that is owed to the people of Guam, the government of Guam, for providing these services. This includes not just the our Chamorro community and our Filipino community, but it also includes the community, our Micronesian brothers and sisters that call Guam home, because many of them, you know, have contributed and can benefit from a lot of this stuff. So I've got nothing against any of it. My issue was with, it's very specific in the law, in the federal law, not local law, in the federal law, that mandates a report to be submitted to Congress from the Interior and from the administration detailing the impacts of the compacts that the compacts have in affected jurisdictions such as ours. We have religiously, since the law had been enacted, submitting the reports every year on February 1st. I had no doubt that the report for this year was submitted at that time, because I look for it. I look for it. And so what I did was, recognizing too that the report says that the Interior report or the administration report to Congress is supposed to be there by the 1st of May. I waited about a month or so to find, you know, because I was checking their websites. It's never there. You know, the Interior says that they're very timely. They put there as soon as things come up, they put up. It was never there. So I wrote and it says, look, you may be busy over there, and this is the reason why you were able to put it on your website. If that be the case, can I have a copy of it? And when I got the letter back stating, we don't have the report, so therefore, because we don't have the report, we can't submit the report to Congress. They said, no. So that's, I contacted the governor's office.
Anyway, we'll talk more about that and much more when we come back. We'll take a quick break. Be right back with Senator Frank Blas Jr. Be right back.